the YouTube signal to tell me that everything's going live. I know there's a few people that are actually watching live. Most of you are not. Anyway, this is just going to be a real quick LP update. Nothing big, nothing fancy. I'm not really announcing anything or anything big. I'm just going to kind of give you a little heads up of what I actually have been discovering as I went through and looked at some of the files. Um, One of the things you guys have noticed. Well, let me just hold on just a minute. Wait till it says it's going live. I'm watching it on two screens. It's kind of fun. I get kind of stuck looking at these things. All right, one of the things I've been doing this week as I've been going back through live streaming is I'm pulling a bunch of my old LPs out, and I've ran into some discoveries that are not all good, and I was really getting angry about it. But I just thought, all right, I'll go ahead and show it to you and tell you what's going on. um, some of my LPs, they don't exist in the same way that they used to, and or not where we left them, which really really bothers me. So what I thought I would do is I just kind of walk you through all the LPs that I pulled out, and you can see I've got a ton. It's probably terrible for my game, but I've got a ton of them, and we'll just kind of walk through and I'll talk about each one of them briefly. Hopefully this won't be very long. I'm just doing this just to kind of give some of you a heads up. All right, my Seasons LP. It is perfect. It is fine. This is exactly where we left them. If you guys watch that LP, I've got the same save file. They're fine. I could actually open that up today and continue on with the next episode. And I love that family. They're one of my favorites. I've played them over and over and over again, but this is my original, and I absolutely love them. They're great, and I'm happy to know that they're actually where they should be. My Ambitions family is the same thing. They're exactly where we left them, and I would love to go back and progress them a little bit further because I remember they had the kid and we had an alien. There were so many people in the household, but I really was enjoying them, and I think I got to enjoy them more towards the end rather than in the beginning. But they're there. Everything's fine with Ambitions. The next one that I had was Late Night, and they're fine. So far we're good for three. Again, I told you there's a few of them that are bad, but Late Night is great. There's nothing wrong with it. It's exactly where I left it. Same save file, no big problems. Pets is fine. It's where I left him too. I didn't like the fact of how I did it in the game, and I moved him out from the original founders. And so, if I do go back into that one, I'd like to drag the other family members back in somehow or another. Um, Even though, yeah, it would bring a lot of people in, but I would love to kind of redo my Pets LP altogether anyway, or at least start them back over at this stage and continue it on because a lot of things I didn't know about Pets and I did wrong, but it's back. It's fine where it was. I have it exactly where it was. It's fine. Showtime, not a problem. It's back where it was. That one, I just never bonded with this one as much as I thought I would, and I think it's because I was sick of playing Showtime at the time. But I actually enjoy it now, so it wouldn't be a bad one for me to revisit. But it didn't get the views. It didn't get the. It wasn't very popular. So, I mean, it's there. I liked it, but it's exactly where I left them. They're fine so far. So far, so good. Generations, one of my favorites. I love this family. It killed me that they both became elders, but they're fine. They're exactly where I left them as well. And my original Alien Tyler is there. So, that one's good. Okay, you're thinking, well, where's the problem? You'll see it's coming. This was the original Asylum Challenge, which I toyed with an idea of actually going back and doing the Asylum again with these same characters, just changing out Skylar and giving him a new lifetime wish. But I had actually taken all these people, brought them back to life. I think I gave them all their youth again. But I toyed with the idea of moving them over to the campground one that I made before and just kind of doing a third version of the asylum because that was fun and it was a short video. It was a very short series. It didn't take very long. So I think that one only went for like 13, 14 episodes, but it was a fun one. So this is memory lane for any of you guys who've been with me for a while. That's all we're doing. We're walking down memory lane. University life, everything's good with them. They're back where they were. I didn't actually have any problems with them. I opened them up. They were fine. Supernatural, I didn't even bring it in because it completely crashes my entire game. And I mean, I have to do a complete reinstall. I won't even bring that one in. Supernatural, the Lucas, Ilea, Taylor, and Samantha, they're gone. They're dead. They're just. I'd have to reboot them by just starting them over altogether. So that's a big casualty. Okay, Klepto King is probably the biggest casualty that I have right now as well, besides Supernatural. Notice that she's not here with her husband, she's not here with her kids. I don't know what happened, but apparently I overwrote the save file and I lost everything. because she was an elder. She had already achieved everything. We had gotten them moved. We'd done everything. I don't even know. I think she's really back in Sunset Valley actually. So that's how much I lost. I would have to basically replay that one almost from the beginning. So it killed me when I pulled that up, and I'm still searching because I still have a couple of places that I'm looking through. But every file I've come up with has not been any further than this point. This is the furthest I have found so far. So bothers me. It's aggravating, but it's okay. All right. Um, Aurora Skies. This is another one that actually I lost a lot of progress. I didn't lose most of it. You'll notice that the girls are still teenagers, and this our littlest clone, actually the littlest one is the I think it's her granddaughter. But Roxy's still here. She's still with us, and these girls are still in high school. And remember, when we left, they were actually already out, and they had moved out of this house. I don't know what happened, but I've lost their file. So I've got them at this point. If I wanted to go back, I could actually do it, but I could revisit them. But we would kind of be revisiting them and having to redo part of their lives. So I wouldn't mind, but it would just kind of be a jarring thing for people to say, oh, wait a minute, this person wasn't here and now they're here again. So just kind of letting you know that I can't find the most recent file that we ended with. This is the only one I could find. And there's another one that's exactly the same coming up in just a minute. Last one standing. Um, for some reason, I don't have the end, but I've got the last few people. But I haven't done that challenge. I haven't even thought about doing that challenge for a while. This is the Aurora Skies. It's the same thing. I have two versions of it. They're exactly the same point. Okay, Seven Immortal Idiots. We never went very far with that one because there was an issue and I stopped. It wasn't an issue with the game, it was something else. And also, I found out that I didn't really need it, so I just decided to stop that one altogether. But I still had it. I popped it in. Island Paradise. This was my original version of Island Paradise. I know it says two, but it's not really two. It's actually just a second version, a second save file. But that's the original one where they both got married to the two mermaids. So I still have that one. I may pop it in there and see if it actually will run. I didn't actually go far into it. I did open each of these up, and they all actually do open. So, but it's there. And then the new Asylum. This is another one that has. We never made it to the last episode, and I would have to go back and do something. Apparently, Fraps wanted to decide to destroy my entire recording while I was doing it. I finished the whole episode when I got back to the end, and I stopped and I saved it. I went back to watch it. The video was completely gone. It was garbage, and so I couldn't use it. So I lost the last episode, which showed you how he survived the asylum. I've toyed with the idea of bringing a witch in or somebody to go in and resurrect the people that died and replay the last episode. And but right now, so much time has passed. I don't think anybody really cares. So anyway, I've got it, and I really have just not figured out how I'm going to end it. If I'm going to, or if I'm just going to abandon it altogether. World Adventures breaks my heart because for those of you who watched it, it's my favorite LP because it was my first. We got to a point at the very end where I had left the family. The two boys were sitting on the patio in their little lawn chairs, and all was great. Well, then I came back and I revisited the family. They had a daughter. They moved to a bigger house. They bought homes over in the countries, and we were playing with them there. I lost all of that. So we're back at the point where I originally ended the World Adventures LP. I am looking for that file because I know it exists somewhere. I'm hoping I didn't overwrite it, but I kind of feel like I did, and that's what's happening with a lot of these. I cannot find it. So anyway, just going to show you that that's yet another casualty of my LPs. Um, Ultimate Sim, that is, no, that's Three Little Sims. That's exactly where we left it. That one was annoying me towards the end, but because they were just, it was crazy. But I still have them, and I still have the house and everything, so I wouldn't mind actually getting that house back out. Um, but yeah, they're all there. I could actually get rid of the elders and start back over again with the second generation if I wanted to. Um, it's just one that I'd never even thought about going back to, but it's there. Into the future, I kick myself because there were so many things that I should have done with this LP and I didn't, and I didn't know what I was doing when I did Into the Future. I would do it all completely different, but I think we abandoned that one way too soon and we didn't really experience what we should have. So that's one that I wouldn't mind revisiting at some point. This is the Hollingsworth family. They're fine. They're exactly where we left them, and I like the family. But again, I didn't like what I did with them, and I'd like to go back and make some corrections. So you guys might see me pop that one in sometime. I don't know how soon, but you might see that one come up again. I don't know. I've thought about it. It's kind of been on my mind. The Immortal Legacy, no, the Legacy Challenge is the one about the toilet family. Whatever their name, oh, the Monroes, they all had toilet names. They're still there. I've got them, and they're Lucky Palms. I can bring them out, and that was the one that I started my live streaming on the last time. So I thought about actually pulling those guys out again and just having a little bit of fun with them because they were fun. A lot of drama going on, but we didn't get very far. We got to the second generation, but that's about it. The Immortal Dynasty family, they're fine. Everybody's good. Pretty much, I'm ready to move on with that one too. I could pop them in. I need to get rid of some of these people, but I think age is going to do most of it for me. But they're good. That file is fine. I don't have anything wrong with it whatsoever. Seven Deadly Sims is good. I know she had the Ghost Baby at the end. I was looking forward to actually playing around with that. So we may be popping back into them soon. They're in Monte Vista. Not a thing wrong with that file. It's working just fine. Um, the Surrounded by Idiots challenge. I do want to get back to that one too eventually. I know we had started off, we had the next generation who actually had already given birth to the third generation. And so that one, it's working. I could go back to it, and I've got that world installed, so I could play it whenever I wanted to. Um, Midnight Hollow. I didn't explore Midnight Hollow nearly as much as I really would have liked to. I don't I don't know why. I just kind of got bored with. I guess I had so many going on at the same time that I really didn't want to just keep going through each one. So this is another one that I feel like I could pop back into it, and it still would become somewhat fresh to me because I don't play that world very much. It's the only time I really ever have played it. So they're there. They're fine. They're back exactly where we left them, and I wouldn't mind. I do have an updated version of Midnight Hollow that I've created, and unfortunately, I'd have to go pull all those lots out and put it into their world because I don't want to change the save file. But they're fine. They work just like they should. Roaring Heights, I believe she's pregnant, so I think we were still waiting on another kid. Again, this is another one that I just kind of got overwhelmed. I had so many LPs going at one time, and I don't want to go back into that situation either. So that's why I say I might revisit these, but there's no I'm putting it on the schedule. I'm going to do it every week. There's none of that. So anyway, Roaring Heights is good. Everything works just fine. Um, Hybrid Baby works great. I know we had a few more kids, like I had and everything else, but they're a very good file. Everything's fine with them. They're right where we left them. Nothing changed. I didn't lose anything. All right, that's just my masters. I think the rest of these are yeah, Ultimate Sims. These are all my other personal games that I've been playing, or ones that I've been working on. Let's see. You guys saw the last one. What was that one? Oh, that's the Lunar Lakes guys. Okay. You guys saw. I tell you, I'm going through. I've got so many files in here. Midnight Sun. You guys know where that's at. It's new. We've been working on that a couple of times. It's fine. Perfect Genetics. We did just fine with that. They're ready to keep moving if I wanted to. And then, of course, tonight I did Dragon Valley Adventures. So that's kind of the status on all my LPs. If you can think of one that I didn't go over, I believe I've hit everybody except for Supernatural, and I told you they don't even exist anymore. I can't think of anybody else that wasn't in there. But that's all of them. So when you guys are thinking, oh, I don't know what you have, those are the ones that I'm pulling from. So if there's one that you really are particularly wanting to see sometime, as I do the live streams or as you see this video, leave it in the comments. Say, hey, I wouldn't mind you revisiting this one sometime. It just kind of gives me an idea of what you're interested in and what you're not. And a revisit can be anything from it's a short 30-minute video to a nice hour-long live stream or whatever. So just something that we could do, and it wouldn't be something I'm saying I'm going to do every night. Just something I would go back to. I know a couple of them are very popular, like Midnight Sun and Perfect Genetics. I know you guys like to see that one, so I know those are always going to be ones that you request. So you don't have to bother with those. I will always go back to those. But these other ones, let me know if you're interested in any of them. But I wanted to give you kind of a heads up that if I do revisit some of these, they may not be where we left them, and they may be a lot further back behind of where we used to be. So I didn't want anybody saying, but wait a minute, that's wrong. And I know it's just that's where the file is, unless I can find the file, and I'm still looking. But so far, I've had no luck. Anyway, sorry for rambling, sorry for going through it, but I just wanted to do this before I go to bed, and it is really past the time I need to actually head to bed, but that's okay. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching, and again, leave some comments. Let me know what you're interested in seeing, what you would like to for me to revisit. I'm open to any of it. I also have some Sims 4 stuff. I believe I've got the Ultimate Sim for Sims 4. I haven't gone back to that one because it was somewhat premature. As I was playing it, I kept thinking, man, if they open up and give new expansions, it may mess me up to play the Ultimate Sim and have something already done. So that's why I kind of put it on hold. I would like to go back to it, but right now there's really no way to make him an Ultimate Sim until we have a little bit more information on what's going to happen. So I've kind of held off. That's why I went to the rotational game that I'm doing daily. So that's why I'm pretty much just sticking with that one right now. But the Ultimate Sim for Sims 4 will eventually come back, maybe towards a little bit further in the lifespan of that game. All right, guys. Thank you for letting me ramble, like I always do. I appreciate it. I'm going to go before I actually start my hacking fit, which is going to come on in about 5 seconds. All right, guys. Thank you all so much. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. If you want to join me live, I probably will start around the same time, 5:30. Hopefully, I don't know. Don't hold me to it. But tomorrow night we'll probably go pretty late. So, all right, guys. Thanks a lot. See you tomorrow.